The uneven stone staircase descended beneath the church into a dark, narrow tunnel.
Da oben sind ganz seltsame Figuren.
I considered taking one of the skulls, but each seemed firmly immovable and really creepy. I considered taking one of the the passageway twisted far away from the church, finally emerging in a round room lit only by a pale shaft of moonlight filtering through a narrow hole above. Tombs surrounded me in solemn silence. I had found the sanctuary crypt.
Hier oben geht's auch noch mal raus. Da ist die Backsteinmauer.
The brickwork was crumbling, and although I couldn't dislodge it with my bare hands, I could tell it wouldn't take much force to break through.
Vielleicht mit den Spachten.
I needed to know what was on the other side of that wall, and this was a situation that called for some straightforward destruction. I examined the skeleton for clues, but only his key seemed of any value. You're free now, Yardley. He can't keep you imprisoned anymore.
So you are the mortal who is trying to find the lost treasure of Bellemore Manor before me.
Rackham.
You know who I am. Surely you must also know that you have started down a foolish path. It will only end in your death, Murphy McCallan.
What you've done to Abigail Bellemore cannot be allowed to continue.
Abigail Bellemore is dead, as will you be, if you continue this pathetic charade.
She deserves to be free, just like all the ghosts of the manor.
Don't let it be said I didn't warn you. If you're so interested in being friends with the dead, perhaps it's time you joined them. Just as Yardley Bellemore was entombed alive, so shall you be.
Rackham's spell had transported me somewhere I couldn't immediately place. I was lying down, my arms pinned to the side of me, my hands only able to feel the grain of the wooden boards to the sides and above and below me. And then I heard the noise, something thudding on the boards above me. That's when I realized I was being buried alive. I pushed on the coffin lid with all my might, telling myself that an inch of cedar was all that separated me from the night air, but it was no use.
Hupe, ein Glück habe ich die schon.
It was a car horn from the rum runner. The sealed coffin would have muffled the noise too much for Edgar to hear it.
Mist. Feuerwerkskörper. Feuerzeug.
The instructions on the firework said that it needed to be placed into a launching tube before igniting it. That wasn't going to work. Nope. I pushed on the coffin lid with all...
Wagenheber.
I fumbled in my pockets and took out the screw jack, bracing it between the floor and the lid. With each crank, the pressure grew and grew, until finally...
Ach, das ist doch gar nicht zu. Das doch gehört. Hallo?
Hey! Could you get me out of here?
Murphy? What are you doing down there?
Trying to not be down here.
I'll go fetch a ladder. Don't go anywhere.
Where do you think I could go?
Da war tief gebuddelt.
Before I'd even reached the top of the ladder, Edgar had fled to the safety of his shack, far away from the grave where he'd inadvertently tried to bury me. But one good thing had come out of it. Now I had Yardley's key. I couldn't see any way to open the crypt door. Not a doorknob, not a keyhole. Whoever sealed this up intended to seal it up for good.
Ich gehe noch mal rein. Huch. Oh, das Spiel ist abgestürzt. Ups. Upsi. Bitte nicht abstürzen lassen. Der gleiche Spruch. Ich speichere mal sicherheitshalber einmal ab hier, weil das war jetzt ja der Autosave, der uns gerettet hat.
As I stepped across the stone threshold of the crypt, it struck me that I was the first person to do so in decades. Footsteps that Yardley never had the chance to make.
Okay. Ich überlege immer noch, wo die Glaskugel war. Wo war die Glaskugel? War die in dem... Da ba ba. Da 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 ba 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 ba.
Searching for a crystal ball, I wondered where I'd seen a sphere made of glass.
Welcome back, Murphy McCallan. Take a seat.
Looking through the telescope, all I could see was a blur. I soon realized why. A telescope without a lens wasn't going to be much use.
Wo haben wir denn die Kugel?
Welcome back!
There was no way I could carry a fishbowl full of water and a live goldfish around with me. If I wanted it, the goldfish was going to need a new home first. The chamber pot would make a respectable new home for the fish, but I knew Jasper wouldn't be happy seeing me disturb her. Good evening, Mr. Crumb.
How can I help you?
Are these fossils for sale?
Goodness me, you're the second person today to ask me about them.
Let me guess. The first one was a gentleman called Muffy?
I didn't catch his name, but he pressed his face up against the cabinet so hard he left nose prints on the glass. Wouldn't stop asking questions about where I found them. Seemed to think they were from here on the island. Didn't have the heart to tell him I brought them all back from a vacation in Grimstone, Arizona. Total time waster. Who was he anyway? Friend of yours?
Not exactly. His name is Muffy Carlyle.
Of the Carlisle Provincial Accounts and Joint Stock Corporation?
That's him.
You mean to tell me one of the richest men in the country was in my store? My store. selling the finest watches, necklaces, jewelry, and rings, and all he wanted to talk about was rocks and bones? Excuse me, I feel a little faint.
Do you think I could buy a fossil?
You certainly can, if you can afford it.
Could I take it on account?
On account of what?
On account of me having no money. I think I'll just look around for now.
I'm here if you need me.
It was a death certificate, but the name had been left blank. Robbing a jewelry store really wasn't my style.
Oh, beinahe.
Would you be able to polish my brooch again?
Goodness me, what have you been doing with it?
Oh, you know, just the usual wear and tear.
I don't know how anyone does this much tearing while wearing, but hand it over and we'll shine her up.
With Jasper distracted, it was time for his fish to move into its new porcelain-throne home. Hopefully it didn't suffer any indignity at the change of residence, but then, being a goldfish, it would probably soon forget anyway.
Schön versteckt in der Brusttasche.
Here you go. I've wrapped it in a little tissue paper this time so it doesn't get dirty again.
Thank you.
But really, sir, this many polishings in one night might be approaching my limit. I certainly understand the appeal of a good flash, but I don't know how many more times tonight I can cope with this.
Ist kein Problem. So, jetzt haben wir das und dann haben wir das und das.
Welcome back, Murphy McCallan. Take a seat.
Will this work as a crystal ball?
Considering our circumstances, we will have to make do. Xavier Bellemore, hear our cry. Where does your mortal body lie? I sense a cave on the island coast. Waves thrashing, wind howling, and two figures exploring its darkest depths. Xavier and Rackham. Rackham has lured Xavier here, promising an unparalleled expedition to the bold adventurer. But it's a trap. I sense Rackham fleeing the cave, leaving Xavier as the water rises and rises and rises. Look at the painting. Xavier's body still lies in that coastal cave. I feel much danger there, but you must get a boat and cross the sea to reach it. I sense something in Xavier's bedroom might help you locate it.
Sehr gut. Sind vom Stil alle identisch, ne?
Weapons weren't my style. Besides, most of them were secured to the wall. I reached up and took the map from the frame. As best as I could tell, this was a genuine pirate treasure map. The island I recognized as Devil's Rock, but what stood out to me was the large X in red ink on the southern coast, marked Crossbone Cove. At least I hoped it was ink.
Bericht über Fluchttunnel von der Kirche aus, okay. So, das heißt, müssen den Lichtstrahl, glaube ich, darüber lenken. Wäre jetzt so für mich das erste Intuitive. Da ist ein Fisch.
The latch on the trunk was broken. I would have to do without whatever was inside.
Ist da nicht drin?
That didn't.
Okay.
I stared at the glassy black eyes of the bear rug. It didn't stare back. That was a relief.
Ach, guck mal.
Hello again, Sebastian.
Oh, it's you again.
Not playing hide and seek anymore?
I've outgrown it.
Sore loser, huh?
I didn't lose. You cheated. Anyway, I've moved on to this now.
A paddleball?
My mum found it for me after I told her I wasn't getting the tin boot I wanted for my birthday.
It's not even your birthday.
That doesn't matter. Anyway, what? Bet you can't do this.
The little brat had me there. Like hula hooping, unicycling, and stilt walking, my facility with a paddleball was on par with my ability to do other completely useless party tricks. Shouldn't you be getting ready for the wedding?
I'm not the page boy anymore. I've been demoted.
How did that happen?
Well, before I started playing with this paddleball, I found a marble in one of the bedrooms. A super-sized one, perfect for bombing.
Whose bedroom?
One of the guest rooms. Mr. Beaumont's, I think. He's certainly lost his marbles.
What did you do with it?
Like my dad taught me, I'm keeping Mum on that one. All I'm going to say is that it was a big mix-up. Mrs. Craddock must have had her sense of humour surgically removed.
Did you say you followed Cecil Bellemore to a secret laboratory?
I was going to, but then I saw him.
Rackham?
Shh. Yeah, I'm good at hiding, but the way he moved, he was like a shadow.
Mallory told me to tell you she's not happy that you changed her toy catalog.
What's she going to do? I'm already dead.
But that's not a nice way to treat other people.
She started it.
How?
She tried to have me exorcised.
I beg your pardon?
Candles, salt, a pentagram. She even brought over a black cat from the fort. When I confronted her about it, she said she was just doing a science project.
I see. So, you think you're good with that paddleball, huh?
Better than you'll ever be. Just name a trick and I can do it.
Bet you can't do the paddleball with your eyes closed.
Look and learn.
Hello, Sebastian.
Psst.
Bet you can't do...
Look and learn.
I thought I'd keep that to myself. Hello, Sebastian. Bet you can't do the paddleball standing on one leg.
Easy peasy.
Hello, Sebastian. Bet you can't do the paddleball with one hand behind your back.
Oh yeah? Watch this.
Hello, Sebastian.
Okay.
See you around, kid.
Bye.
Das kommt später. Am Schlüssel. Ich glaube, zweimal müssen wir es bewegen. Kugel wäre super. Aber wir haben das Zeug schon gestopft. Was ist, wenn wir's... Ich glaube, wir müssen das was laden.
I needed to load the...
Ja. Ich würde nur interessieren.
Crossbone Cove lay at the bottom of impassable rocky cliffs. If I wanted to reach it, I would need to get there by boat.
Warte mal, vielleicht kann er ja uns... trotzdem hinfahren, aber da wir Geld haben, ne?
If I needed more help from Crab, I was going to need to charter his ferry. I didn't think he'd be in...
Kein Geld mehr.
The puppet show hadn't started yet.
Wir könnten den 8-Ball, den goldenen, schießen. Dazu müssen wir aber gewinnen. Und gewinnen können wir nur mit Kreide, glaube ich. So, wieder leider Gottes, ne? Da ist die Kugel, die Trophäe.
The trophy was a solid metal sphere in the shape of a billiard ball.
Ich sehe aber nichts, was wir wie Kreide benutzen können. Was könnten wir wie Kreide benutzen? Was könnten wir wie Kreide benutzen? Theoretisch könnte Kreide hier sein. Warte mal. Nee, an der Tafel ist nichts hier vorne, ne?
The chalkboard was blank, presumably waiting a decorative welcome. Hello again, Mrs. Craddock. I heard you had a run-in with Sebastian Bach and his marbles.
Oh, goodness gracious. You must be talking about the marble he found in Mr. Beaumont's chambers, I presume.
That's right. What happened to it?
Well, that little deviant was supposed to be making himself useful as a page boy by watching over Mrs. Pritchett, our most elderly guest. Instead, with a single flick, Sebastian managed to bounce his marble off the skirting board, ricochet it off the chandelier, and land it right on top of Mrs. Pritchett's hairpiece.
Well, kids will be kids, I suppose, as long as you got the marble back.
It wasn't a marble at all. It was Mr. Beaumont's glass eye. And you know what he said? He said he was keeping an eye on her like he was told.
I heard you didn't send a wedding invitation to Captain Moot.
Well, of course he didn't receive an invitation. He was dismissed from his employment weeks before the wedding for crashing the flagship of the Bellemore fleet.
He's very upset about it. Don't years of service outweigh one accident?
Accident? I suppose you never learned exactly why he crashed the ship, did you?
Actually, no, I didn't.
We discovered that Captain Moot used to invite ladies up to the bridge after hours. Dozens of ladies over the years. He'd take them on moonlit cruises around the island and, goodness gracious me, paint them with no clothes on, draped over the ship's wheel, stretched out in the rigging, dangling from the anchor. Apparently, he must have gotten a bit too carried away with his brushstrokes on the final painting, because he didn't see the rocks the ship crashed into.
Ah, that would certainly be distracting.
Indeed.
Okay, toll.
I'll leave you to get on with your work.
How thankful I am for life's little blessings.
Leider haben wir nichts mit dem Glasauge, hä? Das kriegen wir nicht zusammen.
Good evening, Father Foskett.
Hello again, my child.
I found the secret passage under St. Juniper's, the tunnel leading to the sanctuary crypt.
The rumors were true? An escape tunnel? Well, I'll be. All those years, right under my feet. Makes you wonder if the other stories are true as well.
What other stories?
That the first monks came to the island to imprison... Actually, never mind. I don't think I should be talking about that. I'm already up to my neck in the demonic.
Do you know anything about the sanctuary crypt?
Oh, I certainly do. History is a bit of a passion of mine. When Devil's Rock was first colonized, the only inhabitants were the monks of the church and the soldiers of the fort. The monks provided luxuries like woven blankets, carved utensils, and certain brewed drinks. In return, the fort defended the monks from raids.
By pirates?
Yes, but also by the European powers in the Caribbean. Their final line of defense was a hidden escape tunnel. According to legend, the fort had a beacon atop its tallest tower. If it was lit, the light would shine through the church's rose window, and the monks could open a secret passage and retreat to safety.
Okay, das kennen wir schon.
I best be heading off.
May God be with you.
Was?
Then we take over the monkey bars and rename it Fort Mallory.
Ah, look who's back.
Hello again.
Are you still here?
Did you try to have Sebastian exorcised?
No.
Mallory?
Exercise is supposed to be good for you. Anyway, he started it.
Actually, just stop. The less I know about this paranormal pranking, the better. Well, I'll leave you two to your plans.
Long live the sisterhood!
I wasn't going to take Mallory's new friend away, even if he was encouraging her plans for world domination.
Okay.
I had nothing else to say to Muffy. I still had a key to put into the fireplace.
Ach so, passiert da überhaupt was, wenn ich das mache? Weil er hat es jetzt zwar explizit erwähnt, aber ich
It
glaube...
was strange to think that I'd been supernaturally trapped within the house, and that despite that, I felt compelled to go back in. It was strange to think... I needed to place it in its keyhole. I placed the first key into the mantelpiece. I didn't need to take the key with me.
Weiß ich nicht, ob das so gut ist, dass man die Schlüssel schon stecken hat hier, aber naja. Nichtsdestotrotz, lass mich mal überlegen. Wir brauchen Kreide oder irgendwas, mit dem wir den Kö vernünftig bedienen können. Und wir brauchen die Sterbeurkunde. Warum kann, also das Einzige mit der Todesanzeige wäre doch hier.